What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my horror... Well, we're not exactly in my horror corner, are we? My name's Fred. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Spookies, and let's get right into it. Today, we are looking at the iconic 1978 Halloween, directed by John fucking Carpenter, baby. Hell yeah, let's do it. Now, what can I say about Halloween that hasn't been already said? Like, right now, this is not gonna be some type of breakdown, theories, and stuff like that. Like, no, this movie is very simple, and that's what makes it so great, in my opinion. There's other videos that you can definitely go watch. So, we are here just to appreciate the hell out of fucking Halloween, baby. The movie stars Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode. We got Donald Pleasance as Dr. Loomis, Nancy Kyes as Annie, Tony Moran as The Shape, and we also have PJ Souls as Linda. And little Tommy Doyle, the little boy in the kid, he's Brian Andrews. Now the movie opens up with an awesome POV shot of somebody just basically lurking outside of a house, and they see a young couple in there, and the couple's feeling a little feisty. It's Mr. Nasty time. So they go ahead and head upstairs, and whoever's watching outside the window does not like that at all. Okay, they go inside the house and they grab a freaking clown mask and a big old kitchen knife, and they head upstairs and they start stabbing the girl to fucking death. And right before this girl gets stabbed, she turns around and it seems like she's very familiar with who's stabbing her. She's like, Michael! And fucking getting stabbed to death, and you come to find out it's this little boy, this little tiny boy. His parents come home and he's outside just wandering with the freaking knife and everything. He's got the most blankest, just emotionalist face, and you get this long pandering zoom out shot with this awesome little score, of course, by John Carpenter, all the music by John Carpenter. And this intro really kind of sets the tone for the rest of the movie. It's slow. It's kind of like this Predator type of feel, like somebody just stalking their victims. You got this like ominous fucking music in the background, and these like beautiful, like pandering, long lasting shots, and I absolutely love that. But this is 1963, cut 15 years later, and we get to meet Dr. Loomis, who is being escorted to go pick up who is now teenager or like, you know, young adult Michael Myers. And we get to find out that it's been the last 15 years since that incident happened, and he has not been able to break through him. You know, they probably done all types of therapy, and not one bit has he been able to crack Michael Myers. He even said he hasn't said a fucking word in 15 years.
He hasn't spoken a word in 15 years.
So they gotta go take him upstate and lock his ass up. This is a good introduction to their relationship, Loomis and Michael, because he keeps referring to him as it.
Don't underestimate it.
Don't you think we could refer to it as him?
If you say so.
You know, and the lady that he's with even says, can we just refer to him as him? He's like, yeah, whatever you say, I guess. And when they roll up to the asylum, fucking hella crazy people are let loose, and Michael has planned his great escape. He ends up taking hold of the car and dip-setting all the way to fucking Haddonfield, Illinois. And now we're on Halloween Day, and we get to meet our young protagonist, young Laurie Strode, who is a very smart, intelligent, reserved girl, and she's heading home. She's heading to work, or not work, she's heading to school when her father is like, hey, he's obviously a realtor, because he's like, don't forget to drop off the keys at the Myers house, because I'm showing it to some people later on. The Myers house being the house at the beginning, and he's gonna try to sell that shit. And here we get to meet Tommy Doyle, because as she's walking to the house, she runs into him, and she's gonna babysit him later. They're making plans, and he's like, oh, where are you going? She's like, the Myers house. He's like, oh, that's a spook house. What are you doing? You crazy ass fucking lady, don't go up there. Oh, little Tommy. So as she sets the keys under the mat, she's like, oh, big fucking deal. You get this awesome shot of somebody inside the house just staring. An apex predator in the fucking wild just staring at them, and he sees Laurie and he sees Tommy, and he's just like, okay, this is it. This is who I'm gonna fucking kill, because why are they bothering my fucking house? That's all Michael wanted to do, was be left the fuck alone, but it just happened to be fate. And I love that. I like to look at it as fate because they do talk about fate a little later on when Laurie is in school. And at this point, Michael Myers has been stalking both Laurie and Tommy. We get these great iconic shots of Laurie in the classroom. She stares out the window and he's there for a second, then she looks back and he's gone. We get another great fucking stalking shot of Michael stalking little Tommy Doyle at his school, and I'm surprised there's no other adults around to see this creeper just outside of fucking school. But no, it's a really good shot of him just kind of lurking and following, and then he gets in his car and he's following Tommy Doyle. And the whole movie is basically this, where you get these iconic shots of just somebody standing there. They think they see somebody. For instance, Laurie on her way home from her friends, you know, we get one of the best scenes in the fucking movie. It's, you know, all three of her friends are walking home. Laurie forgot her books. Linda's going off about who needs books, and you see this car kind of creeping up, and Laurie's just like, okay, that's weird. I feel like I've seen, you know, this is creepy. And her friend says some dumbass shit like, oh, speed kills.
Hey, jerk! Speed kills!
And then we get another good shot of them walking home, and Laurie and Annie are walking, and she thinks that she sees Michael's behind a bush. I mean, this is all this movie is, and I absolutely love it. It's these fucking shots of just Michael Myers standing there menacing. And what can you do? Are you going crazy? Or do you actually see this figure with like a fucking white mask just standing there? It's also Halloween, so at one point she's like,
Well, kiddo, I thought you outgrew superstition.
talking to herself, but then she's going upstairs in her house and she sees Michael outside her window and she freaks the fuck out and then she takes a nap. I don't know how anybody can sleep through that. But no, that's another great shot of her, like, you know, right before she takes a nap, she sees him outside the window, standing by the fucking drapes, blowing in the air. This movie is just filled with great stuff like that. But anyways, cut to later on, Laurie gets picked up by Annie. They're gonna go babysit. I need to say that Laurie is the best babysitter in the world, and Annie is the fucking worst babysitter in the world. And they gotta get a little high right before they fucking go. And again, you just have Michael Myers following them the entire freaking time. Up until they finally arrive at their destination, Annie drops off Laurie at her house. Annie goes across the street like 2 houses down, and Michael's just waiting there. And he ends up picking off Annie first, and probably the lamest kill. And Annie, being the bad babysitter she is, she wants to go get laid instead of fucking babysitting little Lindsay. So she drops off her fucking load over at Laurie's house, which is just bullshit, I think. She's gonna go pick up her boyfriend, Paul. She gets in the car. Because she wanted to make the panty instead of babysit. And also why she's another bad babysitter, because she invited her people over to this house that she's babysitting at so they can use a room upstairs to have sex. Like, what the fuck kind of babysitter is this? What the fuck? So yeah, we got Linda and Bob that roll up to the house and they're like, nobody's home. They call up Laurie and Laurie's like, yeah, Annie's supposed to go pick up Paul, so I don't know, just have her call me when she comes back. So they're just like, oh, we got this whole house to ourselves. Let's go upstairs in the parents' room of this house that does not belong to us. Let's smoke cigarettes, drink fucking beer, and have sex on their bed. Like, what the fuck? There's also a really inappropriate joke in here about Linda, Bob, and Lindsay that just doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's so weird.
Okay, first I rip your clothes off.
Don't rip my blouse. It's expensive, idiot.
Then you rip my clothes off. Then we rip Lindsay's clothes off. Yeah, I think I got it.
Bruh.
Anyways, upstairs, after they make the little panky, Bob goes downstairs to go get himself a nice refreshment, a beer, and gets fucking pinned to the wall. Choked and then pinned straight through the fucking wall with a kitchen knife. Probably the most brutal kill in the movie, in my opinion. There's not many kills in the movie, maybe like 3 or 4. But yeah, this is probably the most. Imagine just getting choked up and then just getting stabbed and you're just hanging on the fucking wall like that. So Bob is gone. Linda's upstairs and she sees Bob. Well, she thinks it's Bob. It's got like, for some reason, Michael Myers decided to dress up as a ghost. I don't know why he just didn't go open the door and just like,
surprise, motherfucker.
He's up there as a ghost. He's tricking Linda. Linda's just kind of over it. She decides to call up Laurie, and while she calls up Laurie, she gets strangled by fucking Michael Myers in the ghost suit. And Laurie just isn't sure if it's a prank or if it's legit. It's like, you know, are they just fucking with me? or is something going on over there? So this really prompts her curiosity. Plus the people she's been babysitting, little Tommy Doyle, he's been going on about the boogeyman and that he sees the boogeyman across the street, and it's just kind of putting thoughts in her head. And all while this is happening, Dr. Loomis has been kind of just scoping out the town.
I watched him for 15 years, sitting in a room, staring at a wall, not seeing the wall, looking past the wall, looking at this night, inhumanly patient. Death has come to your little town, Sheriff.
You know, he's hanging out with the sheriff. He's going to the cemetery, and he finds out that Judith Myers, his grave has been robbed. That's Michael Myers' sister who died in the beginning. So that's how he kind of pinpoints, okay, he's here, he's definitely back. And at one point, Dr. Loomis is kind of just, just patrolling the neighborhood, and he just uses Hawkeye vision to see fucking Michael Myers' car from like 100 yards away. So he figures, okay, this is the street that they're on. And while he's patrolling, he ends up hearing kids screaming because all hell is breaking loose with Laurie. She fucking confronted Michael Myers. They're having this big one-on-one. She runs back to her house. Little Tommy Doyle's fucking lagging it on letting her in. Oh my God, that is so scary right there. But she basically tells the kids, run across the street and do all this shit, like once Michael has been incapacitated. And while they're running outside, that's how Loomis hears the kids. And he figures out that's the house right there. And we get this big confrontation where Loomis comes up right in the nick of fucking time, dude. It is like perfect timing to the T, where he comes in and he shoots Michael 6 times right before he's about to kill Laurie. And then we get the most iconic ending in a fucking horror movie. She's all like traumatized. She's like,
what's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
And then Loomis walks over to the top patio to see where he would have fallen out the window, and he's gone. His body is gone. He just got shot 6 fucking times, and he is gone. And the movie kind of pretty much ends zooming out right there, and it's absolutely awesome because you have the music playing, you have this like ominous, like this lingering feeling like, where is he? Isn't he supposed to be fucking dead? Is he a man? What the fuck is he? He cannot die. And then you just hear like this subtle, like deep, hard breathing, and it's kind of like indicating, oh, he's still alive, dude. So that's gonna be it. I hope you just like my quick run through of Halloween, one of my favorite movies. I absolutely love John Carpenter movies. I haven't seen all of them, but I absolutely do love them. And really quick, what is one of your favorites in the series? As much as I like the original, I think my favorite has to be Part 4. Part 4 is so fucking awesome. We'll have to do a review on that one day. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut up. I gotta get back to work. I hope you enjoyed this little half-ass review. And please be sure to leave a comment letting me know how I did, or if there's a movie you'd like to see me review. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And if you didn't like the video, just hit dislike, dude. That would help out a lot more than you guys think. Like, don't feel bad. If you don't like the video, just hit dislike, dude. It's fine. Anyways, I hope you're all doing well. Happy fucking spookies. We'll see you next time.
Hey, Lonnie, get your ass away from there.